Hey guys, this is Verblinja95, recording live from a look at a prison cell. I'm pissed right now because I just a couple seconds ago deleted the first recording of this video, and you guys know how I hate recording things more than once. So I'm gonna go through this. I was really tired when I was doing that video, so I was sort of like all day, but now I'm fucking angry, so I'm a little more energetic, so good for you guys. Anyway, this fight is going to be Gill from the Street Fighter series versus Orochi from the King of Fighters series. Even though they've really only appeared in a select couple of games. By the way, I have a little bit of a cold, so if you can hear that, sorry. Let me just say, I've been meaning to get to this for a while, but I wasn't. I've sort of been starting to cherry pick parts from certain lists, and I don't want to do that. I figure if I don't get this one out of the way first, it's gonna, it's gonna just stay there, and I'm never gonna get around to it. So, I'm gonna just keep inventing new fights to do rather than do this one. Yeah, so two very, very fucking OP bosses, as well as, I guess you could say false gods, despite the fact that Orochi sort of is a god. But yeah, you know what, OP bosses is sort of gonna be the theme of next week's fight too, so, just because of another one, I need to get it out of the way. So, make sure I'm not blocking the sound here. So anyway, let's go through this real quick, because I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do this again. Gill. Not actually a god. Science experiment, maybe, but not a god. Uses has sort of like a Greco-Roman / Pancratian style with all clotheslines, headbutts, takedowns. Looks like a statue. Kicks to the stomach and all that shit, yeah. But anyway, the primary thing about Gill is he has pyrokinesis and cryokinesis, which he balances really well, so he can freeze enemies or burn them. And for his super arts, which is really the most devastating thing about him, he can make these balls of fire and ice rain from the sky. Which is just fucking devastating. Sorry, I'm blocking the camera a bit. Of course, the other super art he has is his seraphic wing, which illuminates the entire screen and makes it so that you want to dodge. No, you're not dodging. Then there's the infamous, resurrection, where he just brings himself back, presumably from the dead. So, yeah. Gill. Look, I'm not here to go over every fucking detail of the character. That's Death Battle's job. Like, I'm just here to give really, the giving information thing to you is really just a courtesy to you guys. Like, I'm not even... Like, there have been instances where I just skip the analysis and go right in the fight, just because I don't want to go through it. Like, I could do that. So no, I don't have to give all of the information when I'm just giving a general analysis here. Yeah, I don't have to do I don't do research. That's their job. Plus, if I did research, I'm gonna miss something, so, whatever. Anyway, let's look at Orochi. From the instances I've seen, telekinesis, telepathy, teleportation, energy projection, in many forms, such as, like balls of energy, giant pillars of energy, creating giant things, fields of light. And he's also given people powers. He's given people, powers of electricity, pyrokinesis, geokinesis, snake arms, energy wave sort of things. That's what that was supposed to be. But I don't remember him ever being able to use those himself, so I guess maybe you might argue if he can give the people the powers, then he'd have to have the powers himself, but that may not necessarily be true. So, how's this fight gonna go? See what I'm doing? I am skipping pretty much the character analysis. I am just gonna go right into the fight, because whatever. Oh, I forgot to mention, yeah, well, I'm just gonna say it in the analysis instead. I think Orochi's got this. So the main reason being, like, Gill can resurrect himself. Orochi can heal and regenerate. In case I ever need in the future to specify the difference between healing and regenerating. Healing is just repairing damage really, really quick. Or at least a healing factor is. Regeneration is replacing a part of the body that has been taken off the body. Wolverine heals. Alexander Anderson regenerates. Like, that's the difference. Healing is like, oh no, I have a cut on my forehead. Oh, it's gone now. Regenerating is like, oh no, my arm's missing. It's back now. Like, that's the difference. Just in case I ever need to specify that. Orochi can heal and regenerate. So, that whole resurrection thing for Gill wasn't looking that great to begin with. But, you know, you might ask, like, how do you kill somebody who can constantly bring himself back from the dead? Orochi just needs to get really close, because one of his super moves is ripping the soul out of someone's body and then crushing it. Plus the fact that, I mean, I don't want to go in too deep into the characters, like into the fighting games themselves, but Gill's resurrection requires, you know, an amount of power. So, using that, so like, you know, he could really only use it a certain amount of times. So, Orochi would just have to keep killing him over and over. Which I don't doubt he could do. Orochi, I've never seen Gill do anything I don't think Orochi could beat. I mean, hell, they both have the same sort of, like, lighting up the screen and just doing a shit ton of multiple hits on people. Seraphic Wing, and then Orochi can just, you know, they could do the same thing, basically. Because they both just happen to have that power, so that would be interesting to see how that would work out, but they're both really overpowered. I mean, Gill's, with his whole, like, making it rain, fire and ice, and, you know, shooting fire, doing all that would actually, you know, that would actually be something that would work, but he can't, like, use that constantly. Plus the fact, you know, and what, just headbutting him? You're gonna headbutt a guy who basically is a false god? You're gonna, well, I mean, Gill's a false god in his own right, but you're gonna headbutt a guy who wants to exterminate humans just because of who wants to fucking wipe out humanity because they're destroying the earth? Like, you're gonna headbutt that guy? That's how you're gonna beat him? You're gonna clothesline the dude who can blow up fucking, like, buildings and shit by snapping his fingers like he was fucking Q? No. Like, really, that's all Gill has aside from his super arts, and he can't just keep using his super arts, they require power. And he has a limited amount of power. And plus, you know, even if he could keep using regeneration, Gill could just rip the soul from his body. And then, oh, too bad you can't regenerate now, your fucking soul is gone. So yeah, I'm thinking Orochi's got this. Especially if he has the powers that he can give to other people. If he doesn't, not a big deal, but Still thinking Orochi's got this. Sorry, I was looking at something. So, also, this is sort of done as a favor to some fighting game fans I have, or fighting game fans who I have as friends. Then next week's one is going to be to someone in particular, so, I'm not going to... Well, okay, let me put it this way. I've said his name before on videos, on my Ragnar Soul one, or, yeah, my Ragnar vs. Soul one, yeah. I don't like saying Soul bad guy, it's a fucking stupid name. Ragnar vs. Soul. I said his name before, and he sort of got angry with me, but that's his actual channel name. Even though I can't find his channel. So I can actually say his name, and I can just say I was referring to his channel. So yeah, next week's video is probably going to be aimed more specifically towards Mitch Henry, which is his channel name. So, you can't like flag me for saying your name in the video because it's your channel name. So fuck you, Mitch Henry's channel. Anyway, yeah, next week's video is pretty much aimed specifically towards you because you're gonna end up either agreeing with me or correcting me at every fucking turn. So let's wait till then. This is Verblended.